Hello friends, this is Shravan. This is my YouTube channel Civil Engineering by Shravan. To subscribe my channel, click on subscribe button and click on bell icon for more interesting updates. In this video lecture, I will explain you complete staad Pro software within 1 hour. I will cover the concepts which is related to the user interface and commands options, beam design concepts, building design concepts and tank design concepts, seismic analysis, wind load analysis concepts. Okay, let's start with our video. Staad Pro software is one of the most important software that will be helpful for designing of any kind of the building or any kind of the steel structure. Generally, this software was used by civil engineers. This software was developed by company. With the help of this respected software, you can develop any kind of the buildings. Now I will explain you the concepts which is related to the user interface and commands. You can see here in my desktop the staad Pro software logo was open here like this. So it will be consisting of SS5 version software. So you can apply the same procedure for SS6 version software also. So here I am opening my software. So it will be consisting of your starting page like this. It is consisting of project task on the left hand side and recent files. So if you design any kind of the files which is related to your building, that will be saved in the recent files. You can open that respected file with the help of this respected name. So initially I will explain you the project task. So it will be consisting of project task on the left hand side section. It will be consisting of new project or open project. If you are developed already a project, you can use the open project option. Otherwise you can go with new project. So here I am developing new project, so that's why just I am taking it as new project option. So after that it will open your options here like this. So it will be consisting of space option, plane option, floor option, truss option. Here you can select any one of this respected option depending upon your usage. So for example, just I wanted to model the truss, so I need to select the truss option. So if I want to model the floor, I need to select the floor option. In the same way you can select these options. Otherwise you can select space option directly. So now we have to give the file name on the right hand side section. So default section it was suggested with structure 1. So you can give any number of the file. So just I am taking file name as A. So after that it will be consisting of your location here like this. So you can select the location as per your requirements. So here I am selecting these 3 dots. So here I am selecting desktop design, click on OK as my location. Now here we have to select the length units will be in meter. Why? Because we are designing this respected model as per the Indian standard system, and force will be in kilonewton. Depending upon your codal units, you need to select the units for this length and force. So click on next button. So after that it will ask you to add plate, add beam and add solid, open structure widget option, open structure edit option, edit job information. Okay, so these options will be helpful for adding the plate, adding the solid and adding the structure widget option, and to edit the structural models and to edit the job information. So if you doesn't know anything about these respected options, you can directly select the add beam command. So click on finish button. Now you can see this is the user interface for the software. It will be consisting of so many options here like this. So initially I will explain all the options and their usage. So for that initially just I am selecting these grid lines. So I am selecting front section. So this is the grid lines which is consisting of 10 numbers in horizontal direction, 10 numbers in vertical direction. Okay, so if I want to increase this respected grid lines which is in x direction condition as well as y direction condition, which is consisting of 15 numbers and 15 numbers, you have to click on edit option here. So in that edit option it is consisting of right as 10. So in that 10 you can place it as 15. Okay, so it will directly changes your option to 10 to 15 here. In the same way you can change this to 10 to 15 here. Now you can see my grid lines were changed to 15 in horizontal direction and 15 in vertical direction. Each grid line will be consisting of 1 meter length. Okay, so this is the procedure to change the grid lines from 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 etc. Okay, so click on edit option. So here I am selecting default as 10 and 10. Okay, so here I am selecting Y also 10. So click on OK option. So now it was selected with the 10 number of grids in horizontal, 10 number of grids in Y direction. Okay, in the user interface option it will be consisting of options here like this: file, edit, view, tools, select, geometry, commands, analyze, mode, windows, help. Okay, so now I will explain you all the concepts for this. So click on file option. It will be consisting of new, open, close, open, archive, some important files like save, save as, export options. Okay, you can use these options depending upon your requirements. So after that I will show you the edit options. So select edit option. You can take the picture, or you can copy the picture, or you can edit the command file depending upon your usage. So after that select the tools option. So these are the tools which are helpful for drawing the node points and beam sections and etc. Okay, so select option is there. So you can select the beams or columns or plate sections directly by using this option. So after that we have geometry option is there. You can add the beam, add the plate, add surface, add solid section, or else you can add the node point, you can add the grid line, and you can insert the node point. So with the help of this option you can select this. Okay, so commands option is also there for a usage, different usage, and analysis option is there for analyzing the model, and mode option is there for modeling, and windows is there for different types of usages. Okay, so it will be consisting of your respected options on the top section like this. So which is consisting of new structure and open structure option, close structure option, and save option. And this is the copy, cut, paste options, and close option, or else delete, undo option, or else you have one more option is there, undo, redo option. Okay, and so you can use this option depending upon your requirements. Okay, so after that the most useful command is cut section command, and most useful command is display node to node distance and hide node to node distance, which is nothing but remove all node to node distance option. So this yellow mark will be indicates your front view of the model, and back side view, left side view, right side view, top view, bottom view, and 3D view. So these are the rotate options. You can rotate to the left hand side, right hand side, up section, down section, depending upon your requirement. So this is the whole structure command, display whole structure command. So this is the zoom command, dynamic zoom. You can zoom the structure with this respected option. So this is the rendering view option. So these are the add beam command, and this is the add slab command, which is nothing but your 4 node plate, and add surface command. So this is the add 8 node solid. Okay, so this is the snap node grid beam. So this is the add beam insert node option. So this is the general surface meshing, and this is the insert opening in all surfaces. Okay, so after that we have options are there which is related to the transitional repeat. This option is basically helpful for copying the objects which is in x direction, y direction, z direction. So next one option is there which is related to the circular repeat option, and some of the options are there which are helpful for drawing options. On that left hand side section, it is also consisting of some more options that will be comes under your selection properties. Okay, so I will explain you the concepts for that. So this is the option which is helpful for selecting the node point. This is the option which is helpful for selecting the beam. This is the option which is helpful for selecting the slab. This is the option we can select by using surface cursor, and some of the options are there which is related to the assignment of the different types of geometries. And this is the modeling, this is the post processing, and this is the steel design section modeling, and this is the concrete design foundation. Everything is there here. Okay, under modeling it will be consisting of your different types of options. Setup option is there, geometry option is there, general option is there, analysis option is there, design option is there. You have to follow these steps for modeling or analysis or designing of any kind of the building. Okay, so this is the concept which is related to the user interface and commands which are used in STAAD software. Now I will explain you the concept which is related to the beam design concepts. Okay, so basically beams are divided into different types which is related to the simply supported beam, fixed beam, continuous beam, and cantilever beam, overhanging beams. So for this example, just I am considering a simply supported beam which is consisting of point load and UDL condition as well as your UVL condition. Okay, so I will analyze this respected simple example by using STAAD software. So after that I will design this respected simply supported beam by using this respected STAAD software. So for that initially we need to draw the beam. Okay, so you can select this respected option which is related to the node to node cursor. So it will open your 10 number of grids like this. So initially we need to select the horizontal beams. So here I am starting from the 0 here. So again I am selecting some distance of 2 meter, again I am selecting 4 meter, now I am selecting 7 meter, again I am selecting 10 meter. For this example just I am taking length of the beam is 10 meter, which is consisting of the node point which is at a distance of 2 meter and 4 meter and 7 meter and 10 meter. So after that we have to hide these respected grid lines. So for that, initially click on snap node beam. So it will hide your respected options. Okay. So initially I will check this respected beam whether it is comes to your 10 meter or not. Okay. So for that, initially we need to select the display node to node distance option. Select the first point here. Again I am selecting the second point. Now you can see this beam will be consisting of 10 meter length. So after that, again we will check the internal section node points. So now we can select these respected options like this. By using these options, you can directly check that whether it is comes to your 2 meter beam or 3 meter beam. Okay. So it will be consisting of 2 meter length, 2 meter length, 3 meter length, 3 meter length. Total length will be equals to 10 meter length. So after that, we had to assign the properties. Properties is nothing but the assigning the beam size or column size for that respective structure. So here I was assumed that this respective structure will be consisting of beam section. Just I am giving the dimensions as 0.23 cross 0.23. Just I am assuming that respected value. So for that, select your general option here. So it will be consisting of your property option on the first section. So here we have to select the define option here. So it will open your options like this. So here I am selecting rectangular section. Just I am giving the size as simply 0.23 cross 0.23. Click on add option, close option. So now we have to assign this respected property which is consisting of 0.23 cross 0.23 for this beam section. So you can assign this respected property with the help of this assignment methods. Basically, assignment methods will be consisting of 4 types. So assign to selected beams, use cursor to assign, assign to edit list, assign to view. So these 4 methods will be helpful for different types of assignments. Okay. So here I was selected the beams which is related to the simply supported section. So that's why it was activated your assign to selected beams option like this. Otherwise you can go with use cursor to assign. So if you select this, it will open your respected options here like this. You can select this option and assign to view option also there. So here I am simply selecting assign to selected beams option. So click on assign yes option. Now we can see for this respected beam section, it was assigned with R1, 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 R1. R1 is the nothing but the section which is having the size of 0.23 cross 0.23. Okay. So after modeling process completed for this beam, we need to see this model. So click on 3D rendering view. So this is the 3D rendering view for this beam section which is consisting of the size of 0.23 cross 0.23. Now we have to give the supports for this beam. So for that, we have options are there here which is related to the supports option. So initially we need to create the pinned supports as well as roller support. So for that, we have to click on create option here. So it will be consisting of your supports like this: fixed support, pinned support, fixed butt, end row, etc. So here we can select the supports depending upon your requirement. So here I am selecting the pinned support for the hinge support. Again I am creating one more support, fixed butt, which is related to the roller. So here I am selecting all the options except FY sections. So click on add option. So it will add your respected support 2 and support 3 here. So here we have to assign this support 2 for the left hand side section and assign the support for the right hand side section node point. So for that, initially I am selecting this support 2. Now I am selecting the node point at the left section. So it will directly activate your option assignment method assign to selected nodes. So you can select this option, assign yes option. Now we can see pinned support was assigned on the left hand side section. In the same way, you can select the support 3. You can directly select the right hand side section. Again, you can select this assign to selected nodes option, assign yes option. So after that, we have to assign the load cases which is related to the point load and UDL, UVL options. So for that, select loads and definitions here. Initially, we need to create the folder which is related to the loads. So select second one, load cases and details option. Click on add option. So here we have to give the title for this load case. Just I am giving it as loads, title as loads here. Click on add. So after that, close option, select the loads option here. So for this beam, initially we need to add the point load which is having intensity of, let us assume it as 5 kilonewton. So here I am adding, click on add option. So here we have to select the nodal load which is related to the point load. So the load will be comes to your y direction. So here we have to take the intensity of the load as 5, but this load will be act in downward direction. So that's why we need to take the Fy value as minus here. So click on add button. So after that we have to add the member load which is related to the UDL. Just I am taking it as -3 intensity which is act in ZY direction. Add button. Again I am selecting linearly varying load which is consisting of 0 intensity at the W1 support. Again I am taking -5 intensity at W2 support. Click on add, close. Now we have to assign this respected load cases for this beam. So for that initially we need to select all the beams. Now we have to select the point load. So with the help of the assign to cursor option, so click on assign option, select this node point. The load case which is related to the point load was assigned for this beam section. Again in the same way we have to select a uniform load, select the second section. Now we can see it was assigned your uniformly distributed load like this. Again select linearly varying. Now we can see linearly varying load is assigned for this respected section. So after assignment is completed, we had to go to materials here. Again we have to select the concrete by using assign to view, assign yes option. Now we have to analyze this model. So go to analysis and print, add your now print option, close option. So it will be consisting of your different options which is related to the analysis. You can select those respected options depending upon your requirements. So select analyze, run analysis, save it. So here we have to check for the 0 errors for this respected model. So here my model is checking for the 0 errors. If our model is observed with 0 errors, then our model is correct. We have to check the deflection value, shear value. So here my model is observed with 0 errors, right? So go to post to processing mode, click on done option. Apply your load cases, click on OK. So this is the deflection of this respected building due to presence of the point load UDL as well as UVL. Now we have to select the Fy value. So deselect this respected deflection value. So this is the shear force diagram for this respected structure. Again in the same way, just I am selecting MZ. So this is the bending moment diagram for this structure. Okay. Now we have to see the beam sections. So this is the bending moment diagram and this is the shear force diagram. Again in the same way we have to click on animation, deflection, apply, OK. So this is the deflection for this respected model. So after analysis model is completed for this respected simply supported beam, we have to design this beam. So initially click on modeling option for that. Again we have to select the design option here. Now we have to select the concrete section from this options. So in that concrete section we have to select the code option. Okay, so it was selected with ACI code here on the right hand side section. So from this we have to select the IS456 code. So initially we need to select some parameters which is related to the compressed strength, yield strength and etc. So click on select parameters. Initially we have to select or deselect all selected parameters. From this we have to select compressed strength, yield strength of shear reinforcement, maximum, main, maximum, secondary options. Click on OK. In the same way we have to define these parameters which is related to the beam section. So here I am assuming M20 grade concrete. We have to give the compressive strength of the beam section is M20. So just I am assuming the example here 20,000. Click on add option. Again in the same way we have to assume the Fy mean. Just I am taking simply example as 415 grade, 415 000, add it. Again I am selecting yield strength also 415 000. Click on add button. Now I am selecting maximum main, just I am taking it as 20 mm, add button. Maximum secondary, just I am taking it as 16 mm, add button, close option. Now we have to select the comments option. So it will be consisting of your respected option which is related to the selection properties and define properties and comments. So here I am selecting comments here, click on add, close. So it will select all your comments here like this. So we had to assign this question marks for this beam section. So initially we had to select FC by using assign to view, assign yes. Again I am selecting Fy main also assign to view. Why? Because this respected Fy steel section is exist for all building. Again in the same way we have to select assign to view. Maximum main also assign to view. Again select maximum secondary also assign to view. Now we have to select design beam command by using assign to view, assign yes option. So after that we have to go to analysis and print, add your now print option, close option. Go to analyze option, run analysis, save it. So here we have to check for the 0 errors for the design also. So here my model is checked with the 0 errors. Go to post to processing mode, click on done option. Now we can see select beam option, deselect this MZ value, select any one of the beam, double click on it, click on concrete design. So this is the concrete design for this respected section. It will be consisting of 2 bars of 10 mm dia at the top reinforcement and 4 bars of 10 mm dia at the bottom reinforcement for the respected M20 grade concrete. So after that we have to check the output file which is related to the beam sections. So select your respected staad output file option here. It will load your respected options like this. So click on results here, click on concrete design. So it will show all your respected calculation part which is related to the beam design sections. So this is the concept which is related to the design process of simply supported beam by using StatPro software. Till now I was covered the concepts which is related to the user interface and commands and beam design concepts. Now I will explain you the third concept which is related to the building design. So for this just I will take G+4 structure for analysis part and designing part. Along with that I will proceed with foundation design also. Okay, so initially I am closing this respected option. So before going to the modeling process and analysis process, initially we need to check the floor plan for that respected G+4 building. So just I am selecting design here. So here I am selecting the plan here. So I will show you the plan initially. So this is the floor plan which is consisting of the north facing. Okay, so this is the floor plan for this respected house. It will be consisting of the ground floor here. So this is the entrance for this ground floor, and this is the staircases, and this is the bedroom, and this is the living area, this is the wash areas, and this is the master bedroom, this is the kitchen, this is the wide utility. The ground story section will be consisting of double bedroom hall kitchen portion. Again we have to check the first floor plan. So this is the first floor plan. It will be consisting of again double bedroom hall kitchen portion for this house. Okay, so I will apply the same floor plan for the remaining 3 stories. Okay, so I will take the same floor plan for this respected house in the same way. So for this house it will be consisting of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 number of the columns. Okay, so initially we need to measure the center to center distance between the column, first column to second column to third column to fourth column. Okay, so initially we need to measure the distance like this. Okay, so after that we have to measure the distance between the columns, center to center distance between the columns in vertical direction also. Okay, so this is the floor plan. I will design this respected house by using StatPro software now. So click on StatPro software here. So here we have to select the new project option, select the spacing option. So give the structure name, just I am taking it as G+4 simply. So here I am selecting the location to my desktop as per my requirements. Select the length units will be in meter and force units will be in kilonewton. Click on next button, click on finish button. Now for this respected floor plan, so here I am taking the center to center distance between the first column to second column is 4 meter, and second column to third column is 3 meter, and third column to fourth column is 4 meter. So total distance will be equal to 4 plus 4 plus 3, which is equal to 11. Again in the same way, just I am taking first vertical column to second vertical column is 3 meter, and this respected second column to third column is 4 meter, which is equals to 7 meter. Okay, so for that initially we need to model the structure. So for that initially we need to create the frame model which is related to the beam sections and column sections. So for that respected options we have to select the geometry here. So I was already explaining the concepts which is related to the geometry in the earlier of this respected video. So click on this respected run structure wizard option. So here we have run structure wizard on the last section. Click on that. So it will be consisting of your different types of sections by using this respected options. Okay, you can add the n number of the models by using this respected option. You can select the truss models or frame models. You can select the surface plate options. You can select the solid models. Again, you can select the composite models, etc. So basically we will use frame models as well as surface plate model for any kind of the building. So here I am adding the frame models here. So it will be consisting of different types of the frame models here like this: bay frame option, grid frame option, floor grid, and continuous beam, cylindrical section, reverse cylinder, and circular beam. So initially we need to select the bay frame option. For this respected option of bay frame, initially we need to add the length of the building, width of the building and height of the building. Again we have to enter the number of bays along length direction, number of bays along width direction and number of bays along height direction. So for this floor plan, it will be consisting of number of bays along length direction or 3 numbers. Why? Because we have 4 columns, 4 minus 1, which is having the formula of n minus 1, which is equals to 3. Again in the same way we have to add the frame sections in y direction also, which is consisting of 3 minus 1, which is equals to 2. Okay, so initially I will take the length as per my requirements as 11 meter. Again I am adding the height, which is equals to 3 meter. Initially I am creating the ground floor for this building. So after creating the ground floor, I will copy the same properties to the remaining stories. Again width of the building is 7 meter. Now I am entering the number of bays, which is related to the 3 here, again 2 here, again 2 here. Sorry, height direction is 1 here, not 2. So after that we have to give the unequal spaces for this base. So select these 3 dots. Initially we have to select the first bay length will be equals to 4 here. Again I am selecting the second bay length will be equal to 3. Again we have to select the third bay length will be equal to 4. Click on apply. Now in the same way we have to select the 2 option here. Now I am selecting the first bay length will be a 4. Again I am selecting the second bay length will be consisting of 3 here. Click on apply. So it will open your respected model here like this. So it will be consisting of your frame sections of beams and columns for the ground story. Now we have this respected options was open in structure wizard option, not in staad pro software. Now we have to merge this model from structure wizard option to staad pro software. So for that click on cancel option here. So it will ask you to transfer this respected prototype from structure wizard option to staad pro software or not. So click on X button simply. So click on OK option. Now we can see the model was merged here like this. Now we have to hide these grid lines. So click on hide snap node beam. So for this respected structure we need to add the slab section. So for that initially we had to select the 4 node plate option. So here I am selecting 4 node plate here. For this respected column sections we had to add the slab. Select the first point here, select the second point, select third point, select fourth point. In the similar way we had to add the 4 node plate for these members. So here I am selecting first point, select second point, third point, fourth point. In the similar way just I am selecting the points here like this. Again I am selecting first point, second point, third point, fourth point. So after that we had to create the remaining 4 stories. So this is the ground story, right? So we had to create the remaining 4 stories. So for that initially we need to select Control A option for selecting all the building. Now we had to copy this building to the remaining 4 stories, which is in y direction condition. So for that we have option is there, copy, which is nothing but you are copying the object from ground story section to the remaining section. Otherwise you have one more option is there, that is more advantage in this software. So which is related to the transitional repeat option. So it will copy the entire section to n number of the things. So click on this respected transitional repeat. Now we need copies of this respected objects in y direction and we need number of steps are 4. And each step will be consisting of 3 meter here. So click on OK directly. So it will create your respected model like this. Again in the same way we have to copy the plate sections to the remaining sections in y direction. So for that again we have to select the plate cursor. We have to select all the plates. In the same way we have to select the transitional repeat option in y direction, and number of steps will be consisting of 4 here and each step will be consisting of 3 meter here. So click on OK option. So it will copy your respected entire building from ground story to remaining stories. Now after modeling process we have to see this model for 3D rendering view for errors. So select this 3D rendering view. So this is my model. It will be consisting of a G+4 structure. So after modeling process completed we have to assign the supports with the help of general options. So select the general option here. Till now we did only up to the part which is related to the setup and geometry. Now we have to select the general. In the general, first option is property. As I explained earlier of this video, property is nothing but the defining and assigning of the beam size and column size. So here I am defining the beam size. Just I am taking the rectangular size which is consisting of 0.23 cross 0.3 section. So otherwise you can proceed with 3.5 also. Click on add option. Again we have to add the column size. Okay, so here I'm taking the column size will be consisting of 0.35 cross 0.35. Click on add. Now we have to close this option. Now we have to define the slab thickness for this building. So select the thickness option. So we have to select the assume the thickness of the structure of slab is 150 mm. Add it, close option. Now we have to select the beam sections. The beams are nothing but the sections which are parallel to x direction as well as z direction. So we have to select the properties which is parallel to x condition and z condition. So for that we have option is there in StatPro software which is related to the selection properties type. So go to select option here, beams parallel to x condition. Again in the same way we have to select the beams parallel to z condition. So it will select all the members which is related to the beam sections. So here we have option is there assignment method which is related to the assign to selected beams. Assign yes. Again in the same way we have to select 0.35 cross 3.5 which is related to the y direction condition section which are comes to your respected column sections. Again assign to selected beams, assign yes option. Now we can select the plate thickness by using assign to view option, assign yes option. Now you can see all the properties are assigned for this section. Now we have to see this model in rendering view. Click on the rendering view option. So this is the rendering view, final rendering view for this model. It will be consisting of 0.23 cross 0.35 is the beam size and 0.35 cross 0.35 is the column size, and slab or plate thickness will be consisting of 150 mm. So after modeling process completed for the building, we had to assign the supports. So for this structure we need to assume the supports will be consisting of fixed sections at the base. So go to click on supports here. Initially we need to create, add it which is related to the fixed support. Now we have to select the support 2 which is related to the fixed one. Again select the front view. We need to select all the node points at the base. Now we can see all the node points selected here. So click on assign to selected nodes, assign yes option. So it will assign all your node points for this structure like this. Now we have to assign the load cases for this building. So for this example, just I am assuming the load cases will be consisting of dead loading condition as well as live loading condition for this structure. So after that I will apply the seismic loading condition as well as wind loading condition in my last video section. Okay, so initially I will define the dead loading condition as well as live loading condition firstly. So select load case details, select definitions, add it. Initially we need to select the dead load. So here I am selecting DL option, add it. Again in the same way we have to add the live load condition, LL add button, close option. Now we have to select the dead load. Dead load is nothing but the self weight of the structure which is nothing but the own weight of the all members. Click on add. So here I am selecting self weight with -1, add it. Select the self weight by using assign to view option, assign to the all members here. Click on assign yes option. Now we have to assign the live load. Live load is nothing but the movable, non-movable load which is applied on slab section. So select the live load here, click on add option. So here I am selecting the floor load for that. So now I am adding -2.5 is the load which is acting at a distance of 3 and my last slab distance will be at a distance of 15 meter. Okay, click on add option, close option. So it was added your Y range here like this. So this is the self weight and this is the live load for this building. So after applying the load cases we need to analyze the structure. So select the analysis and print option, add your no print option, close option, go to analyze option, run analysis, save it. So here we have to check for the zero errors for this respected model. So here my model is checking for the zero errors. It was observed with the zero errors, 0 warnings, 1 note. Select the post to processing mode, click on done option, apply, OK. So this is the deflection of the building due to presence of the live loading condition. This is the deflection of the building due to presence of the dead loading condition. Now in the same way we had to select the beam here. Okay, so select the Fy value. So this is the shear force diagram for this building structure. Again in the same way just I am selecting Mz value. This is the bending moment diagram for this structure. Again in the same way just I am selecting plate load. Again we have to select the load case which is related to dead load or live load depending upon your requirements. So here we have to select absolute pressure, apply, OK. So this is the absolute pressure for this building due to presence of dead loading condition or live loading condition. Now I am selecting animation here. click on deflection, apply. Okay, this is the animation for the building due to presence of live load. This is the animation due to presence of dead loading condition. So after that we have to design this respected building. So select modeling option here. So click on design option here. Select the concrete design initially in the same way. So we have to select the IS code. So click on select parameters from this respected 3 options. Initially we need to deselect all options. So from this we have to select the compressive strength, yield strength of shear reinforcement, maximum main, maximum secondary. Okay, so here I am selecting. So click on OK option here. Now we have to define the parameters which is related to the selection options. So here I am adding the compressive strength of the concrete is 25,025 grade. Click on add. Again I am selecting FY main, which is consisting of, let us assume it as 415,000. Add it. Again I am selecting the FY section reinforcement as 415,000. Add it. Again in the same way, just I am selecting maximum main, which is of 20 mm. Add button. Again I am selecting maximum section reinforcement, which is, let us consider it as 12 mm. Add it. Close option. Now we have to select the third option, so which is related to the commands. Select design view command, add button. Design column command, add button. Design slab element command, add button. Again takeoff command, add button. Close option. Now we have to assign the question marks for this building. So select FC by using assign to view option. Assign yes. Again in the same way we have to select FY main by using assign to view, assign yes option. Select FY section, assign to view, assign yes option. Maximum main, assign to view, assign yes option. Maximum secondary, assign to view, assign yes option. Again I am selecting maximum secondary. So here we have to delete this respected option. Why? Because I was already assigned. So click on select design beam command. We have to select beams parallel to X condition. Again in the same way we have to select beams parallel to Z condition. Assign to selected beams, assign yes. Now I am selecting design column. Now we have to select the beams parallel to Y axis. Click on assign to selected beams, assign yes option. So after that we have to go to analysis and print option again. Add your now print again, close option again. Again we have to go to analyze, run analysis, save it. Now again we have to check for the 0 errors for this respective structure. So here my model is checking for the 0 errors for the designing. So here it was assigned with 0 errors here. Go to post processing mode, click on done option. So select beam here, select any one of the beam. Just I'm selecting beam number 17, double click on it, click on concrete design. So this is the concrete design for this respected beam, which is consisting of 3 bars of 10 mm dia on the top reinforcement, and bottom reinforcement will be consisting of 3 bars of 10 mm dia, and stirrups will be consisting of 16 number, which is having 8 diameter and 120 center to center distance. Again we have to close this. Again I am selecting the column, double click on it, click on concrete design. So this is the concrete design for this respective structure. It will be consisting of 4 bars of 12 mm dia, and AST percentage is 0.36, AST requirement is 97 mm square. So after designing this building we have to see the staad output file. So click on staad output file option. So this is the staad output file option. It will be consisting of all results. Select concrete design. So it will be consisting of beam design results and column design results and everything which is related to the G+4 design. Okay. Now after that we have to design the foundation. So select the foundation design. Simply select all load cases. Click on run staad foundation. The fixed supports of this respected G+4 directly imported to your respected foundation design software. So this is the foundation design software. It will import the model of fixed supports for this software. Now initially we need to create the load combinations. So select the loads and factors. Select the generate load combinations. Now we have to select the Indian code, or else you can select any one of the code depending upon your requirements. So click on generate load combinations initially for the service load combination. Again click on generate load combination for the ultimate load combination. So after that we have to select the job setup. Select the job setup here, click on create option, give the job name. Just I am taking job name as AA. So isolated footing as per the Indian standard system, and units will be in SI. So here I am selecting the units which is related to 101, 102, 201, 202, 203, include this. So click on create job. So it will create the isolated footing option design results. So with this respected procedure you can apply the same procedure for the remaining building sections also. So it is consisting of concrete and rebar, cover and soil type, footing geometry. You can change the dimensions as per your requirement. Otherwise, just you can click on design directly, yes button. So it will design the foundation as per IS 456 code. So this is the output file. You can select any one of the foundation. Just I am selecting foundation number 10. It will be consisting of each and individual calculation sheet and calculation part which is related to the foundation. So this is the starting page, geometry, details and drawing, GA drawing, calculation sheet. So this is the process of designing of G+4 by using staad Pro software. Till now I was covered the concepts which is related to the user interface and commands, BIM design, building design concepts. Now I will explain you how to design the water tank by using staad Pro v8i software. So initially I will show you the respected images which is related to the elevator rectangular water tank. So depending upon the requirement we will design the model. So these are the images which is related to the elevated water tank. It will be consisting of your frame sections and element sections and etc. I will design the same tank by using staad Pro v8i software. Okay, so these are the dimensions of this respected tank. I will attach this respected image in the below description of this respected video. You can follow that video. Okay, so after this we have to go to staad Pro software. So cancel this previous model here. So now I am opening the new model. Again we have to select the new project, spacing option. Just I am giving the file name as tank. So select meter as well as kilonewton. So click on next button. So it will open your respected options here like this. So for this respected elevated tank, it will be consisting of your circular staging, and this is the conical shape, this is the conical shape, this is the circular cylinder, and this is the spherical cap. Okay, so initially I will create the staging for this tank. So it will be consisting of 12 meter height, and this diameter will be consisting of 8 meter. So initially go to geometry here, click on run structure wizard option. So now I am selecting the frame models which is related to the reverse cylinder here. So here we have to enter the length of this respected section. Just I am taking length is 12 meter and radius is 8 divided by 2 which is equals to 4, and 360 degrees is the angle. Number of base along length direction are 4. Again you have to enter the number of base along periphery are 12. Why? Because it will be consisting of 4 number of stagings which is in y direction condition. So click on apply. Now we have to import this. So click on S button, click on OK. So after that we have to see this front view and click on select all the beam sections, otherwise delete option, yes option. Now we have to create the remaining conical shape on this respected tank. Okay, so for that initially we have to click on geometry here. So the conical shape is related to the what we call plate section commands. Okay, so select run structure wizard, again select surface plate models. So here we have to select the spherical surface option. So it will be consisting of your respected options like this: diameter of the sphere, base diameter and top diameter. Basically base diameter is nothing but the original diameter of the sphere. So here I am taking the original diameter of the respected water tank cap is 8 meter. We have to take the diameter of the sphere is greater than the 8 meter. Let us consider it as 11. Again we have to enter the number of base. Just I am taking it as 20, which is in latitude direction and longitude direction, same numbers. Click on apply. So it will open your respected options here like this. So click on cancel option, click on S button. Now we have to copy this to the respected distance of 12 meter height. Okay, so it will move your respected options like this to somewhere in high direction. Now we have to measure the node to node distance initially. Select the first point, select the second point. So it will be consisting of the distance of 3.775. We have to move this respected plate to the downward direction of 3.775. So select plate cursor, select all the plates. So click on right click on this move option. So we have to move this respected option to minus 3.775. Click on OK. So it will move your respected option to the downward direction. Click on S button. So here we have to merge and we have to delete the node. Why? Because already I was created the node point for the staging and I was created the node point for the what we call plate section. Click on delete first node option here. Click on OK option. Click on S option. So it will merge your respected model like this. So after that we have to model the conical shape. Again we have one more conical shape is there which is having starting diameter of 8 and ending diameter of 10. So for that, initially we had to go to geometry. In the same way, we had to go to run structure wizard. Now here we had to select the frame models, not frame models, surface plates, cylindrical surface. We had to enter the length. Let us consider it as 3 meter. Again, you have to enter the starting radius, which is equals to 8 by 2, which is having the dimensions of 4, and end radius is 5. And you have to enter the divisions along length. Let us take it as 3. Again, I am taking the divisions along periphery as 20. Why? Because we are following this 20 from the starting. So again, we have to enter the y end value as 1. Why? Because we have to create the section which is in y direction only. So that's why we have to put it as 1 in end direction. Click on apply. Now we have to import this, which is at a distance of 12 meter height. So it will ask you to duplicate nodes. So click on this. So it will model this. Now we have to create the beams which is related to the circular section. So select add beam command. Select first point, select second point. Now we have to copy this beam to the circular section. So circular repeat option, y direction, and number of steps will be equals to periphery numbers 20. Click on OK. So it will create all your respected beams. Now in the same way, we have to select the front view and beam sections. We have to copy to the y direction. So click on copy here. So click on paste beams. Why? Because the joints will be exist for the slab member with its respected beams only. So here I am selecting 5 meter. Okay. So after that, we have to create one more section which is related to the 5 meter conical shape. So again, go to geometry, run structure wizard. Again, in the same way, we have to select the surface plate, select the cylindrical surface, and length equals to 5, and radius, starting radius is 5 and ending radius is 5. Now I am selecting divisions along length are 5 and divisions along periphery are 20. So again, I am selecting y direction are 1 and this respected z direction are 0. Click on apply. So click on cancel, click on S button, and the distance will be equals to 12 plus 3, which is equals to 15 option here. Click on apply, click on OK. So it will create this respected option here like this. So after that, we have to create one more section which is related to the top cap. Again, it is also related to the spherical cap only, but the diameter will be equals to 10 meter. So go to geometry here, run structure wizard. Again, in the same way, we have to select the surface plate, spherical cap, which is having base diameter of 10 meter. Again, we have to enter the diameter of the sphere, which is greater than this value. Let us consider it as 13, and divisions along periphery, which is nothing but latitude, are 20. Click on apply here. So click on cancel here, click on yes button. Again, we have to enter the y direction distance. So here I am assuming the y direction distance equals to 12 plus 3 plus 5, which is equals to 20. Let us take, click on OK. So it will move your respected spherical cap to upward direction to somewhere distance. Now we have to select the distance here, select the front view, select the corner node. Again, I am selecting one more node. So which is consisting of approximately 4.153. We have to move this. Now we have to select the plate cursor, select all the plates at the top, click on move option. So we have to move y direction, which is consisting of minus 1.153 downward direction. Click on OK. So click on OK again, yes option. Again, it will be merge your node point for the first starting point and second starting point. Merge here, delete all node points. OK, yes option. So after that, we have to click on this respected 3D view. Again, we have to click on the remove all node to node distance. So after modeling process completed, we have to check this model once for any errors. So select this 3D rendering view. So this is the final 3D rendering view for this tank. So after that, we have to assign the properties. Select general option, select the property. So initially we will define the beam size, column size, as well as slab thickness. Just I am taking 0.23 cross 0.3 is the beam size. Again, I am selecting 0.35 cross 0.3 is the column size. Again, I am selecting one more section which is related to the thickness of the slab, which is having dimensions of 0.125. So here we have to assign these properties for this tank. Select the plate thickness here by using assign to view option, assign yes option. Okay. Again, in the same way, we have to select beams parallel to, just I am selecting beams parallel to y axis. So it will select all the sections in y direction. So click on assign to selected nodes, assign yes. Again, I am selecting the beam which is related to 0.23 cross 0.3. We have to select the beams. So select option here, by missing attribute, missing property. So it will select all the ring sections like this. So click on assign to selected beams, assign yes option. So after that we have to assign the supports here. Select the supports, click on create, add, select the front view. In the same procedure we have to apply the same procedure. So select all node points at the base, click on assign to selected nodes, assign yes. So after that we have to create the load cases for this tank. So just I am assuming the dead loading condition as well as hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic pressure is nothing but your weight of the water which is there inside the tank. Okay, so we have to apply the load cases which is related to the weight of the water also. So just I am not taking any kind of the seismic load, any kind of the wind load, but actually when you are designing any one of the building or any one of the tank in real time example, we have to consider that respected seismic load as well as wind loading case. Okay, so in the last video I will explain you the concepts how to take the wind load and how to take the seismic load by using staad software. So here I am selecting loads and definitions, create, add. So initially I am selecting dead loading condition. Select the title as DL, add it. Again I am selecting the fluid load here, hydrostatic pressure HP. So now I am selecting the dead load. Select add option, add your self-weight for this building, close. Now select the HP. So we have to select add button. So here I am selecting the fluid load which is related to the plate load. So select hydrostatic pressure, select the plates. Initially I am selecting all the plates here. So by using dragging method we can select all the plates for this model. Click on done option. Now we have to enter the minimum load as well as maximum load which is related to the global direction. So minimum is just I am taking it as -3 and maximum just I am taking it as -10, which is act in y direction, zy direction, add button. So it will add your respected hydrostatic pressure as per the pressure intensity of -3 and -10. So it was added your pressure like this. So after that we have to go to click on materials here, select the concrete here, assign to view, assign yes option. Now we have to select the loads. So initially we have to assign the seismic self-weight of this building. So select self-weight by using assign to view, assign yes option. So after that we have to analyze this model. Go to analysis and print, add your no print, close option, go to analyze option, run analysis, save. So here we have to check for the 0 errors for this model. So here my model is checking for the 0 errors. If the model is correct, then it will observe your 0 error, 0 warnings like this. So select, go to post processing mode, click on done option, apply, OK. So this is the deflection of the tank due to presence of the dead loading condition, and this is the hydrostatic pressure. Select the beam here. So deselect this respected MZ, select FY. So here I am selecting FI. So this is the shear force diagram for this structure. Again select MZ. So this is the bending moment diagram for this respective structure. So after that we have to select the pressure, select the plate, select stress type as absolute pressure, apply, OK. So this is the absolute pressure which is related to the dead loading condition as well as your hydrostatic pressure. So after that select the animation, deflection values, apply, OK. This is the deflection of the tank due to presence of hydrostatic pressure. This is the dead loading condition. So after analysis process completed, we have to design this tank. So select modeling. In the same procedure we have to apply which is related to the building design. Design option, select the concrete here. Again you have to select the IS code option, select the parameters, deselect all, compressed strength, yield strength of shear reinforcement, maximum and maximum secondary. So click on OK. Select define parameters. So initially I am selecting the compressed strength which is equals to 25,000. Click on add. Let us consider Fy main, just I am taking it as 415,300. Click on add option. Again I am selecting Fy section also 415,300. Click on add button. So here I am selecting maximum main which is of 20 mm, add button, maximum secondary which is of 12 mm, add button, close option. Okay, now we have to select the commands option here. Select design beam command, add button, design column command, add button, design slab element command, add button, take off command, add button, close option. So here we have to select the question marks. Select FC. By using assign to view we have to assign yes. Select Fy main, assign to view, assign yes. Fy section also assign to view, assign yes option. Again maximum main also assign to view option, we have to assign yes. Maximum secondary also assign to view, we have to assign assign to view, assign yes option. My design beam, I have to select the beams which are parallel to x-axis, z-axis actually, but these respected circular beams are not parallel, so we have to select the beams by using dragging method only. So we have to select all the beam sections like this. Click on assign to selected beams, assign yes option. Now we have to select the columns, so we have to select beams parallel to y condition. Click on assign to selected beams, assign yes. Again in the same way we have to design the element also, so select design element, assign to view, assign yes. So after that we have to go to analysis and print, add your no print, close option, go to analyze option, run analysis, save it. So we have to check for the zero errors again. So here my model is checking for the zero errors. So if the model is correct, then it will be observed with zero errors. So here my model is observed with zero errors. Now to post to processing, click on done. So select any one of the beam by using beam selection option. Select beam here, double click on it, click on concrete design. So this is the beam design results which is related to the 3 bars of 10 mm dia on the top and 3 bars of 10 mm dia on the bottom. So after that we have to select any one of the column here. Just I am selecting the column like this. So click on concrete design. So it will be consisting of 4 bars of 12 mm size and 0.43 is the AST percentage and AST requirement is 89 mm square. Now we have to check the output file. So select the output file here. So click on concrete design. So this is the output file for this respected building design. So this is the process to design the water tank by using staad Pro v8i software. So you can apply the procedure for the foundation design which I was explained in the previous video for the building design section. So you can apply the same procedure for that. So it will give you the perfect design results. Now I will explain you how to apply the seismic loads as well as wind loads by using staad Pro v8i software, and how to analyze the seismic analysis and how to analyze the wind load analysis. So for that initially I am closing this model. So again I am taking G+4 building. So here I am selecting G+4, so which I was already done my analysis as well as design for this building. So before going to the analysis process and designing process for the analysis section and designing section, we had to assign the seismic loading condition as well as wind loading condition. So select general option here directly, loads and definitions. So initially I am deleting the dead loading condition here. Select the dead load, click on right click on this option, click on delete, yes option. So it will delete your dead load. Again live load, delete option, yes option. Initially we need to define the seismic load as per the IS 1893-2002 code. So further select the define option here like this. So click on the seismic definition, add button. So it will be consisting of type here, which is consisting of different types of the codes here like this. So from these codes we have to select our 1893 code. So click on generate option here. So it will load your respected options like this. So it will be consisting of the parameters which is related to the selection of the zone and which is related to the response reduction factor and importance factor and soil type parameter and damping ratio. So you can select the zone factor with the help of CT also, otherwise you can select with zone also. Basically as per 1893 codes, zone was divided into 4 types: zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, zone 5. So depending upon your usage you can select the zone. So here I am selecting zone 4 which is having 0.24 factor, and we have to select all general buildings, and just I am picking medium soil condition with a 0.05 damping ratio. Click on generate option. So it will generate the parameters which is related to the zone 4 condition. So here we have to add this factor and we have to add the self weight. Now we have to add the dead load for the beam sections. So beam section is nothing but your member. We have to calculate the dead load of the member by using your dimensions of the beam. So basically just I am taking the beam dimensions as 0.23 cross 0.35 for this model. So we have to multiply this respected value with 25. So it will give the intensity of 2.0125. So we have to take the unit weight of 2.0125 here. Click on add option, close option. So here I am selecting uniform load. We have to select beams parallel to X condition. Again in the same way we have to select beams parallel to Z condition. So click on assign to selected beams, assign yes option. Now we have to define the wind load also along with this. So select the wind definitions, click on add. So click on select type 1 window and add button, close option, select type 1 window here. Just I'm defining the name here only. Okay, now we have to enter the intensity for this respected house, which is consisting of G+4, which is equals to 15 meter, I think. So we have to give the intensity for that respected 15 meter height. So you can calculate manually by using IS 875 part 3 code. Otherwise you can add with ACI code also. So here I'm selecting the calculator. So here I'm selecting the category. So it will be consisting of different types of category. So you can select any one of the category, wind terrain category, and you have to enter the wind speed. Next I'm taking example as 44 meter per second. So click on apply button. Now we have to select the main building data. So here we have to enter the length of the building and width of the building and height of the building, which is in meter condition. So here I am taking 15 meter is the height of the building. Again I am selecting length of the building will be consisting of 11. Again width of the building is 7. Click on apply. Again in the same way we have to select building design pressure, which is in windward facing or leeward facing at side wall. So here I am selecting windward facing only. Click on apply. Click on OK. So it will generate the parameters which is related to the intensity of the load for the different height. So click on add. Now we have to add the exposure factor as 1, add button, close option. Now we have to select the exposure 1 for this. Select assign to view option, assign yes option. So after that we have to add the load case details. Select load case details, click on add. Initially we need to define the seismic load which is related to the earthquake load which is in X condition. Add it. Again I am selecting the earthquake load which is in Z direction, add it. So after that we have to add the wind loading condition. Just I am selecting wind here which is having the load title as wind X. Again I am selecting wind Z, add it. Now I am adding the dead loading condition. So before that we have to give the title as DL, add. Again I am selecting the live load also. So here I am selecting LL, add button. So here you have to follow this sequence which is related to the seismic load analysis or wind load analysis. Earthquake load and wind load, dead load, live load. So now we have to select earthquake load X, add it. Now here we have to select the seismic loading condition which is in X with factor 1, add, close. Again in the same way just I am selecting Z direction, add button. So here I am selecting the seismic load which is in Z direction with the factor 1, add button, close option. Again I am selecting wind load X, add it. So here I am selecting the wind load which is in wind facing direction with factor 1, add button. Again I am selecting the -1 factor in opposite direction. So again I am adding the one more load case which is related to the wind load in Z axis. Click on add. Again I am selecting the wind load which is in Z with the factor 1, add option. Again I am adding the load case as -1 factor, add it. So close option. In the same way just I am selecting dead load, add, self weight, add, close. So select your self weight, assign to view, assign yes. Again I am selecting the live loading condition here. In the same way select the live load, add button. Now we have to select the floor load which is having the intensity, let us consider it as -2, which is acting at a distance of 3 and 15 here, add it, close option. Now I am selecting this respected load cases. Okay, so go to analysis and print, add your no print, close option. Go to analyze option, run analysis, save it. So here I am running this analysis which is related to the seismic loading condition as well as wind loading condition. So here my model is checking for the 0 errors. So click on go to post processing mode, click on done option, apply load cases, click on OK. So this is the deflection or else a building section shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, which is related to the different types of load cases. Okay, so this is the earthquake load X direction deflection, earthquake load Z, wind load X, wind load Z. This is the dead load, this is the live load. Okay, so you can check the shear force diagram by using this respected load combinations, load cases also. So select this respected earthquake load X. So this is the bending moment diagram. Again you can select what we call wind loading direction case. So this is the wind load X direction bending moment diagram. You can select the shear force diagram also. Okay, so this is the process how to apply the seismic load and wind load by using staad Pro software. Okay, so this is the end of the video. So you can follow all the concepts for this respected designs of buildings and tanks or seismic analysis by using this respected steps. If you have any queries about this respected video, please text me your questions in the below comment box. I will try to give the answers for that respected questions. Thank you.